Okay, thank you, everyone. I'm called to order at 6:39 p.m. on Wednesday, September 10th, calling to order a meeting of the Easton's Affordable Housing Trust. Um, Wayne, I don't have um
Okay,
the
I
language in
can
front
give
of
a
me.
quick meeting procedures, if
Severing.
that's all.
That would be great. Meeting procedures.
Perfect. All right. So this meeting will be conducted remotely over Zoom, and attendance by board and commission members will be remote. Remote attendance shall count toward quorum. The meeting may be broadcast live and will be recorded on ECAT. Folks attending the meeting need to use the Zoom link in the posted agenda. When conducting meetings remotely, we try to keep the procedures similar to those of an in-person meeting. Folks from the public who wish to make a comment can use the raise hand function, and the chair can call on them for that comment as appropriate. One notable difference is that all votes need to be roll call votes with Zoom meetings. So we need to do a roll call attendance, and then any votes we take have to be roll call votes. What we often do in meetings is I call on people as I see them on the screen, and this ensures everyone is cued to not talk over each other. So those are the remote meeting procedures. And now we go to the roll call attendance. Nikki, should I call on folks?
If you want to.
Okay, so
Me.
for roll call attendance, Dustumian.
Yes. Oh,
Okay.
present.
Stephen.
Present.
Okay. Lane.
Present. Or were you
Yes.
saying Palovna or?
Palovna Lane, yes.
Okay.
And Betsy Kelly.
Present.
Excellent, thank you.
Great. Okay, thank you, Wayne.
Of course.
Our call to order, we have done roll call. So first up on the agenda is the resale repair grant use of funds update. And Wayne, is there an update?
Very minimally. You folks will remember at the August meeting, the trust was open to using some resale repair grant funds to help pay down the cost of solar panels that have been installed on an affordable unit that the owner would like to sell. And the state's Executive Office of Housing and Livable Communities, which oversees most affordable units, reached out to say that the cost of the solar panels would somewhat exceed the affordable resale price of the home. So making it very difficult to sell the house because you can't add the price onto the affordable resale price for a new buyer. So the group has agreed to consider using some of these grant funds to make resale possible. The resale price has been calculated at $253,869. The solar payoff is $65,000. The outstanding principal is on the mortgage for the house is about $165,000. But of course, there would be other costs when you actually get the official payoff. So the next steps would be to work with HLC on putting together a plan, work out the details of applying for and receiving a grant. The grant amount, of course, would have to be discussed and approved by the Affordable Housing Trust at a future meeting. And the concept would be what would be a fair grant amount that would allow the unit to be sold, but also ensure that most of the excess solar panel cost would be included within the affordable resale price. So, there's a lot of details on the mechanics and paperwork to work through. So that's just the update that I have. My contact at HLC is out this week, so I hope to re-engage with them next. And then we would probably meet in a couple more weeks once we work out the details and see where we are and see what a grant amount and discuss what grant amount would make sense.
What is the seller's understanding of all of this at this point? Do we know?
I've been trying to not overpromise anything.
Yeah.
And indicate that grant funds may be available. And I've said that the Affordable Housing Trust has said they're open to using some grant funds to pay some amount of the solar panel cost in order to facilitate the sale. So.
Okay. All right. So we are we're still on the waiting game on this one.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And then the thing is, I need to plan out with the state
Yeah.
how it would work and what the dollar amounts would be, and put together an actual plan of action. And then that would inform us as to where the inflection points are, what the dollar amounts are.
Okay.
And then we can discuss what the grant would be at that point.
Ready. Okay. So if there are no more questions on that or no more comment on that, we could move on. Everyone okay with that?
Yeah.
You okay with that?
Yes.
Okay. We'll move on to the home repair grant program, home rule petition.
Okay. So folks may remember that the trust used to offer this modest size home repair grant to income qualified homeowners to do essentially health and safety repairs to their homes. It was quite popular. The vast majority of folks who used it were seniors on fixed incomes, doing things like making their bathrooms handicap accessible, replacing the roofs, replacing broken furnaces, that sort of thing. And we also had several families with disabled children who needed to make some ADA improvements to their homes. The Department of Revenue advised us about 10 years ago that the program was in violation of the Anti-Aid Amendment, which prohibits the use of public funds for private gain, and also did not comply with the Community Preservation Act enabling statute, which requires the use of CPA funds, which the Affordable Housing Trust funding is. It requires the use of CPA funds for affordable housing to be accompanied with a long-term affordability restriction, which for the small grant amount that we would offer for this program would not be feasible. Folks would really not restrict their homes for 15 or 30 years for a $10,000 grant. So Nikki and I did a lot of thinking about this at the time, and we've decided to re-engage with it. The town administrator is supportive of our efforts. Town council has advised that a path forward could be to put together a proposal for consideration by the legislature as a home rule petition. So I've put together a summary of our requests, some of the ideas we've had for town council to put together what might be a feasible way forward. If they can produce a feasible way forward, that would of course have to be reviewed by the legal counsel on Beacon Hill. I forget the exact technical term, the Senate's legal team. And then there would be a home rule petition that would be voted on at town meeting, and then it would go to the legislature and for consideration. Concepts that this group has discussed recently and a little while ago are you can use CPA funds for rental assistance for income qualified renters in not restricted market rate units, and the payments go to the market rate landlord who uses the rents to make a profit and maintain their private property. So could not a similar rationale apply in this case? Could the grant actually be a lien, that it gets repaid in a couple of years, a lien that gets repaid upon sale? Could it be a zero interest loan that gets repaid upon sale? Could it be secured with a right of first refusal that in practice we would not really exercise, but would give us a property interest? could it be just for certain protected classes of folks like seniors and disabled, households with disabled members who are eligible for grant programs in a way that the general public often is not. So, hopefully town council will come back with a reasonable proposal for us. And I think at this point, since special fall town meeting is November 10th and the warrant closes at the end of September, I suspect we may be looking at the May of 2026 town meeting, if it's even feasible for us to do this, but that's where we stand.
And has to go through town meeting?
Yeah, I think town meeting has to vote to submit the
Home rule.
special act, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Well, that was very thorough.
thank you.
It's a long process. It's a complicated technical process. So
It absolutely is. And, we may not be successful, but I am pleased that we are making a solid, good faith, deliberate effort as a town and as a board.
and in a lot of the work up front. I mean, it's a lot. If it failed and we were to do it again, it would be still a lot of work, but not as much, because once we have the actual legislation drafted in the form we want, it'd be a little easier.
Right, right. And, we'll know. You can speculate and theorize about what might be possible, but actually going through the steps of trying to make it happen, informs the process and, sort of ground truths some of your assumptions and, allows you to hopefully come up with a path forward on this. It was a very popular program, a very useful and necessary program. And I think it is legally defensible.
Yeah. And the vast majority of bills don't get passed until the end of session anyways, so we've got a year and a half to go.
Yeah.
Got some
Mhm.
Okay. Anyone have any questions or comment on that?
No,
No,
Thank you, Wayne.
Cool.
Next up, has everyone had a chance to review the meeting minutes from August 21st, 2025 meeting?
Yes.
yes, I had a chance to look at it.
Okay, does anyone want to make a motion to approve the minutes?
Motion to approve.
I approve also.
All right, so is that a second?
Second, yes.
Okay. And then Wayne, do you want to run roll call?
Sure, yeah, please. So we have a motion from Ernso
Ernso.
and a second from Lane to accept the August 21st, 2025 Affordable Housing Trust Board minutes. Roll call approval, Dustumian,
Yes.
Stephen,
Yes.
Lane,
Yes.
and Kelly.
yes.
Perfect.
All right, next is our next meeting. Now, do we have one on the books, Wayne? I thought we might have.
Normally for October, we might. I don't know
Probably.
how far out we booked these.
On my calendar.
Yeah, like maybe the 8th, but I don't think we're going to be doing that one. I've got it written down and then crossed off. So,
Okay.
but I think what we should maybe do is see where we get with the resale repair, the solar panel question. And then that will give us a timeline and numbers where we really need to take action. And that could be as soon as, a week and a half from now or longer. So that I think is the one thing we know about on the horizon. And we should probably plan a meeting around that once we actually have enough information to have a discussion and vote on.
Okay.
And then once we have that, I can, pull the group and we can come up with a date that works for most folks.
Fine with me.
Cool.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, well, if there's nothing further, I think, does anyone have any other, um,
No,
anything
No.
else related to any of the other items?
Nope.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
second.
Oh, I heard Betsy as the second.
Yep.
Wins.
All right, Bastumian,
Yes,
Stephen,
Yes.
Lane,
Yes.
and Kelly.
Yes.
We are adjourned at 6:55.
thank you, guys.
Thanks,
Hey,
everybody.